majority against the government in this term.
Let's look at one more slide today, which is slide number 8 from the MPG poll. How are you disposed towards Armenia's active military cooperation with France? I guess the similar question was asked in the IRI poll, and 82% approve of Armenia's cooperation with France. So my question is, what's there not to approve? Is this bad in and of itself?
That's a good question, because if you look at Armenian media, you will see, okay, France is nice, France is good, French love Armenians, and Macron is writing his tweets in Armenian, so we need to approve it. You cannot find any contrasting opinion in Armenian media, so that's why I'll take this role on myself. Now, the issue is that no one knows the end game of France in the South Caucasus region. So France wants to create a stronghold in South Caucasus, or maybe.
I think it's important when you say, about France's intentions in the Caucasus. Well, we know most recently that France has a very increased rhetoric against Russia. So I don't know if that nuance is being missed by people, but is France considered a NATO enemy of Russia? And if so, could its intentions currently be colored by that antagonism against Russia? But also in the Munich Security Conference in 2023, so about a year ago, France basically said that it views Armenia as a buffer to, quote, neo-colonial Russia. So yes, I think that France in general has a policy of using Armenia potentially in its fight against Russia. So how important is it for us to understand this and to have policies that take this into account?
Well, not only against Russia. So in French view, is Armenia an unsinkable aircraft carrier of the South Caucasus, or is France capable of keeping Armenia safe? Well, the answer is clearly no. So basically, yes, France has went into backyard of Russians, Turks, and Iranians, and plays this, really, really dangerous game. Now, in public opinion of Armenia, and let me be clear here, this cooperation is seen as something based on cultural thingy or civilizational shift.
Yeah, because of Charles Navour.
Not only him, but yes, and people would assess it like civilized, developed French versus barbaric Russians, Turks, and Iranians. So basically, this is racist.
I also heard that it's because of guilt. Like they're guilty because they sold away. They essentially ran away from the Ottoman Empire in Syria, and essentially Armenians were genocided again. So yes, yeah, I heard those narratives as well.
I don't think Macron feels guilty for his predecessors, which they did, in Kilikia 100 years ago. I don't think so. But in reality, in Armenian public opinion, what we see is basically racist worldview of Armenia cooperating with civilized country against the barbaric neighbors and so on. And unfortunately, this is a reality. This is irrational worldview where Armenia should seek cooperation with civilized countries versus barbaric neighbors and so on. The reality on the ground is that, again, Armenia is surrounded by 3 former empires, which are in many ways still empires today: Russia, Turkey, and Iran. And all three consider French military presence in South Caucasus as something which they are not going to tolerate. Now, let's imagine Armenia is becoming a buffer state for France, as French say. How long Armenia in reality can sustain this way, can sustain, this role, and how long Armenia can sustain if both Russia, Turkey, and Iran start pushing Armenia, and they will. And I think French game here is really dangerous, and it might be, at some point, which is not in far future, Armenia might face military attacks, and then French will adopt many new resolutions. Europarlament will adopt many new resolutions, and they will condemn, they will cry they will ask and so on, but we need to think of our security ourselves. And I think this game of bringing France to region where Turks, Iranians, and Russians do not want to see it, and they are capable of acting clearly on the ground, and France is incapable of acting. And by the way, 1 month ago, Greek Prime Minister said that neither France nor US will help us if we are attacked by Turkey. And by the way, Greece has military exercises, real military exercises, naval exercises with France. And there is a way of supply through Mediterranean, which in Armenian case is absent. So France is present here in Armenia only in media terms if we exclude this, minor military deal. So basically, this is really, really dangerous game, which has no good end. So I think we need to consider this really seriously.
Hope you enjoyed this short clip. Click on the link to listen to the entire episode. And remember, your support helps us get the word out. Please donate to us at podcasts.groom.org or scan the barcode on your screen. Please like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our content with your network. Thanks in advance.